Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and in this video we're going to be doing a setup for my June bullet journal and June setup in my common planner, and just kind of go over where I've been for the last month as well as why I'm no longer in a passport. If that's something that interests you, then stick around. Alright, so I got my iced coffee, which is over here. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick sip. But you guys didn't have to hear that because, you know, through the magic of editing. All right, so first thing is I'm no longer in a passport, and that makes me really sad because I really do love the passport size, but unfortunately I was finding that it wasn't working with my needs at this time. Not to say that I won't come back to it, because let's be real, I probably will. I just really love it. It's portable, it's cute, and you know what? I'm able to just change it up however I want to change it up. But for the time being, I'm having to retire it. And because I was going to retire it, and because I was looking for something a bit on the bigger side, I decided I need to find something similar to what I've been using. And I know that Nolty has a passport size for the 1180, and that's actually one that I've been kind of mimicking in these last setups and spreads. Just to give you an idea, I have a whole blank section down here as well as my events and tasks up here, and that was working, but it's really small. So I was like, you know what, let's just try to see if I can find something else. Well, I did get an email from Jet Pens that said that they had a B6 Ecri in the similar layout, which was the 9660. So the 9660, that is the number that I got, and it is the Nolty Ecri. Now, I'll just kind of do a quick flip of how I was using it and why I'm not using it. But it came with this blue vinyl ugly color. And I'm sure it's lovely, I'm sure it's sturdy, but it just wasn't my vibe. I ended up getting this cover from Amazon, as well as this paper from a paper pack that was suggested by a Witch's Plans. Hey girl, thank you for the suggestion, because it was a really cute witchy type of paper pack. So I cut one of the pages out, put it here on the clear cover, and to me it looks a lot better. But just a quick flip through of this. It is a B6 size, so it was for 2024, and it was a spring start. This one went on from March, I believe, just to kind of give you a little chance to back plan. And so here was the year at a glance. This also had 2025 over here, but I didn't need it, so I was like, you know what, I'll just put my Tombow dual brush pen color chart here. It has like something similar to a Calendex and similar to the Weeks, Hobonichi Weeks Calendex here in the front. It does have monthly dates that you can write down here, a 24 through 2025 plan list, since this planner goes through or goes into 2025. It does have monthlies here, which, like I said, it does start in March, so you are able to use those months to back plan if needed. And this is where I started really kind of getting into it a bit heavier, was like the last week after Go Wild and into May. So May was crazy. I'll get into that in a minute. I really like this planner. I love the paper texture of it. It's very smooth, even though I couldn't find the official GSM for it. It's not Tomoe River paper, but it is a little bit on the thicker side, just not crazy heavy. It's still very, very thin paper. As you can see, there's a bit of ghosting through it. If I had to guess, it was probably similar to like a Leuchtturm. I'm not sure, but like I said, I wasn't able to find any information on it anywhere. So maybe if you guys happen to find it, let me know. Or if I happen to find it, I'll list it in the description down below. But it does have a monthly section here. And since we do go into 2025, it goes all the way up until, I think it went into March, but I actually covered this up with my vision board. So I started toying around with some layouts in here. This was as of last week where I was at, but this is a blank version of it, and here at the top you have two boxes up here. You could make this vertical if you wanted to. Guys, this is just a really good size. It's kind of midpoint between A6, A5, and it really just houses everything perfectly fine as far as what I need it for. I was not feeling the need for an A5 at this time, so B6 seemed like the likely option. You do have a little monthly calendar here. It tells you what week you're on, the week number. It has the days of the week up here. It is a Monday start. It does look like there is some color here as well as in the monthlies. You do have some color here on Saturday and Sunday, similar to a Hobonichi Cousin. On Sunday here, you do have red ink on it. I'm guessing just to kind of indicate that it is the end of the week. But what I really was looking for was this right here. So it had enough room to list all of my day specific tasks, meetings, appointments, but also use this completely blank part down here at the bottom. And you don't have to use it in a vertical sense. You can just use it whatever you want. You could use this as a note page. You could use this as a drawing page, whatever you want to do. So I actually really, really like this, but I was looking for something a bit more neutral. I don't like additional color in my planners. Not really a big fan of it. And the other thing that was just really kind of like the deal breaker for me is the note pages. So there isn't a lot of note pages. There are, at the time that I got this, there was 40 note pages here, and I think 44 in an additional little notebook that came with it. So Nolty usually will give you like an additional accessory notebook with this so that you can keep it separate. But honestly, I just wish that you could just keep it, or like they could just include it in that. I know that there probably are different versions of this where there are more note pages, but even then, it still doesn't feel like enough for me. I did have to get the whole new cover. That was a whole thing. I do like it. It's just, it just wasn't going to work, and I'm kind of bummed about it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it, though. I do believe I'm probably going to use this just for some initial planning for social media things. I've already kind of started, and I think that that's working out well because I don't feel any commitment to make it look nice or, you know, whatever. I can just kind of write down whatever I want to write down and then just kind of move it if I need to. And I like that idea. So that way I'm not wasting it. I think at the time that I purchased it, it was like 25 bucks on jet pens. It was pretty inexpensive. It's for an entire year. And if you want to get a spring start, it's a perfect idea for you. So you might be asking, why didn't I just get like another common planner? And the reason for that is because I really hate the idea of having a ton of empty pages in the front. So while I kind of toyed around with some layout ideas here and it's not technically empty, I really hated the idea of having like 6 months of this be empty. And then, well, if I was in a common planner, I really hated the idea of having 6 months of blank pages in a common planner and then having to use the other 6 months. So when the common planner announced that they were going to be using book 2, selling those individually, I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and do that. I love the common planner, have been using it all year in various sizes, various forms. And I figured let's just use it for B6. And here we are. So this is book 2, part 2, B6, 2024 common planner. It is a July start. I'll show you how I've been going around that to make it work for June. I started setting it up. I love that it's neutral, that it's completely neutral. I love that it has a ton of note pages in the back. I really feel like this will be enough for the remaining part of the year if I decide to use it throughout the year. And if not, I did purchase an additional notebook just for scratch notes or whatever I want to use it for, or if I still want to use it from a bullet journal standpoint, which was what I was really looking for. Here we have the common planner weeklies and monthlies. So first we have the monthlies, and you have June. So I thought I already have the June monthly, so I can technically start it in June, but I have to find a place to put the weeklies. So we have the weeklies that start in July. We go all the way until December, and it just ends here. But you do have all these blank note pages back here. So I went ahead and drew in the last week of May and started drawing in June and kept them all together in the weeks. So whenever I am done with this, I can move to the beginning of the book. And when the end of the year comes around, I don't have to feel like it's not all in one place. It's separated. It looks bad, blah, blah, blah. It'll actually be fine. And I can just start my daily note pages or bullet journal pages from here. So that's what I've done. I did draw these in. So I did make this a vertical layout. And I kind of missed an opportunity to really just draw it however I wanted to, or very similar to the Nolty, but whatever, I'm already here. I could still use this layout like that. And really, if I'm being honest, it kind of gets me ready to use this layout. So in the common planner, you have the hourly setup right here on the line, so it kind of gives you more space to write in here. But honestly, when I was using this setup in the passport, it didn't bother me, so I don't anticipate that that's going to bother me using it in the B6. So I did draw these out. I did have an extra pack of stickers, like monthly date stickers from Sterling Ink. So this is why it looks exactly like the weekly setup here. Now I know that they still have these available on the Sterling Ink website because she just recently released her undated planners. Either you can buy the undated common planner and you can use these stickers, or you can use a notebook and you can just do the exact same setup and change it however you want to change it. So I think that that's a good option. So for me, I wanted to go ahead and start using this in June. So here we are. This is why we're going to start our plan with me here. So that feels a little long-winded because, gosh, man, it took forever to get to the point. All right, so as far as my June plan with me, here is the week 1, the first official week of June. So it starts from June the 3rd through the 9th. I went ahead and placed these stickers from Chrissy Ann Designs. I got these from a Go Wild sticker sheet. And you guessed it, it's for Pride. So happy Pride Month, y'all. And happy Pride Month to my family, my friends, and even for myself. I celebrate with you. I love you. And if you are here to post some negative, shitty comment about why you don't like Pride, just don't. Kick rocks and go away. If you need any clarification as to where I stand on it, I do not have any patience for hate. So don't waste your time, don't waste mine with your negativity, and just leave, okay? But if you're here for it and you're gonna stay and you're gonna stick around, let's just move on. All right, so my theme is, of course, Pride, as well as cherries, black cherries. So let's show you my June title page back here. And here we are. So I really wanted to opt more for a pastel rainbow. I always joke that my favorite colors are all and none. So if you've never heard me say that before, meaning none being all black. I love black. It is my favorite shade. But when we talk about all colors, rainbow. I love it. Like various forms of rainbow. I love them all. Pastel just speaks to me a bit more. So this is why I went with it for June. I did use this little sticky note from Plan with B. I did cut off the top of it here just because it didn't really go with my theme. It seemed a little bit more overwhelming, and I thought that that would be cute to just have the calendar here, my June inbox here. I will be writing in my bills here on this side, and my budget on here, as well as my income, any financial notes, any additional financial notes. Maybe I just need this for scratch paper here. I did opt to continue with the pastel rainbow throughout these pages, and I'm going to start my dailies here. And I may continue it throughout the whole month. I'm not sure. I don't want to commit to anything yet. But if I really continue to like it or continue to really just vibe with it, I'll just go through to the end of the month. And like I said, there's tons of pages back here. I have more than enough, probably for the rest of the year. Since I don't have any need to write any collections in here, those are typically housed in my personal rings planner. But let's just get back to the planning portion of it. So since I've already showed you my bullet journal setup for June, let's get to the planning part. Now, I could do a bullet journal for everything and just have it all be in one space, but really I love the structure of the common planner because it gives me the option to have the structure of weeklies and monthlies, and I have the option for dailies if I feel like I need them, as well as plenty of note pages. So what I did here is I drew a line across the top, and I'm just going to be using that for my events or appointments that I have for this week. And there's so many. So I know that I said I wanted to touch base on to where I was at in May, and May was insane, like absolutely insane. So I don't know how much of this I want to go into, but let's just say a lot of it was health related. A lot of it was just a ridiculous amount of appointments, me being poked and prodded all month. And I'm not even joking. Like, I did my wellness visit on May the 1st, and it just escalated from there. So I turned 40 this year. So when you're a woman and you turn 40, they recommend that you start getting mammograms. So there's that. I did my wellness visit on the 1st, ended up having to schedule my mammogram from a later time, had an issue with my wellness visit that required me to get a procedure. So I had to schedule one of those as well, and got that done. Went in for my mammogram at a later time, so that's appointment number 3. Ended up having to come back because of some issues with my images that they wanted to go over with me. And it turns out that I have what is called calcium deposits. The way that it was explained to me was that it has the possibility of grouping into overproducing cells, and that could be an indication of breast cancer later on down the line. We're really hoping that it's not. It could be nothing, but it could progress into something else. We don't know yet. So in the meantime, while I am 100% clear, everything is benign, so that is fantastic news. But in the meantime, I have to do these appointments every 6 months. So yay. I'm excited about that. Not really. Yes, right back where we were. Let's just go ahead and set this part up. So I did opt last week to do notes here, or just kind of do a little bit of journaling at the end of the column here, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue to do that because I did find it enjoyable, so I might kind of try to integrate that into this, but we'll see. So here I want to make sure that I have enough spots for my to-do list, for my daily tasks, as well as my appointments up here at the top. Here, what I might do is just go ahead and make a small section for my tarot card of the day. So I wanted to make sure that I started integrating that into my daily routine. Let's just go ahead and make some lines. Okay, there we go. And we'll just put those here. I may continue to do the journaling thing, I'm not sure. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it blank though for now. Right here, what I want to do is to pick a color, and I lean more towards purple. Let's just do that. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and write a grocery list right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't really need that many things to add to my shopping list, and we'll just do a to-do list. I have a little sticker book here. This is a passport sticker book, and I have some from Randy.plans that I want to include on here. Sorry, you probably hear my son in the background. He's going to be trying to get ready for the day, head out, but in the meantime, he's going to be as loud as possible. That's just the way he rolls. And he lives here too, so we're just going to respect that he is getting ready and just do what we need to do. All right, so here we have groceries. We're just going to put that here. And I'm going to write meal plans up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's plenty, honestly. Okay, so I don't have anything that I need to track on these pages. I'm going to be using the quarterly trackers and quarterly pages up at the front to do that. But what I wanted to do was add rainbows. So let's just, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Keep that there. So these are mild liners. I'm primarily using the pastel mild liners. I kind of wish that I did this before drawing the lines, because you can see like a little bit of bleed through, but it's not that bad. It's not gonna bother me. We'll put that back. Honestly, let's just take this out. Okay, yeah, I actually kind of like that. That's cute. So this is my pretty simple layout for the week. I will probably come back next week and show you guys what it looks like filled in, and we'll just kind of go from there as far as planning. I don't tend to use a ton of stickers in my setups, just because I really like to use Tomoe River paper, and when you have a ton of stickers, it tends to bulk it up quite a bit. And some people, that's cool. I love to look through other people's flip throughs, but for me, I just can't stand it. So I kind of opted for these at the top because I'm not typically writing up here at the top, except maybe right here, just not here, if that makes any sense. So that's not going to bother me throughout the week or throughout the month. Even though I do feel a little bit of pillowing right here, it's not that bad. It's not going to bother me when I'm writing. So this is why I'm opting for more drawings as of right now, even though I really would like to use what I have. All right, so I think that's going to conclude this video for the week and my setup for the week. Like I said, I hope to show you guys what it looks like all filled in. So check back with me next week. Let me know if there's any questions that you may have. Leave them in the comment section down below. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I have those links listed as well as any Amazon affiliate links that I may have. I will include that in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next one. Later, guys.